So over the last 10 years, I've interviewed over 70 very successful artists, and over the time, you can see who has become even more successful and who maybe has dropped from the wayside. So I want to make this video all about what do the most successful artists that I've ever met have in common. Number one, all amazing, truly amazing, great artists highly respect the fundamentals of art in whatever discipline they're in. For example, somebody as amazing as Grandmaster, Craig Mullins, one of the godfathers of digital painting itself. I was asking him maybe a month ago, what are you doing these days? What's new and exciting? And he said, I'm just drawing. I've just been drawing a lot. I said, what are you drawing? Well, I'm drawing the anatomy. I'm like, okay, well, this person obviously already knows the anatomy quite well. Doesn't really need to practice anatomy. I'm like, what are you practicing really with the anatomy? What are you studying? And he said, I'm studying how different artists draw the same muscle groups and how they differ. Now, this is a person that does not need to really study these things. He gets plenty of work. He gets plenty of amazing projects to work on, yet he's studying muscles, the foundation, the fundamentals. Nathan Fowkes, another incredible, highly respected artist. What does he do? He does little paintings every day. Whether it's black and white, little sketch, or full-on colored painting, he does these little studies every day for the last 20 years, rarely missing any days at all. Now, does he need to actually do these things? Probably not, but you know what? Probably because he does, that's why he stayed so sharp and so on his A game for so many years. Same with Dice Tatsumi, Robert Kondo, doing the Alla Prima paintings in the mornings or on the weekends. Number two, a curiosity for knowledge. And whether or not these great artists actually got the knowledge that they're looking for when they were younger, when they were a student, things like that, it didn't really matter. It didn't stop them. They kept looking. They kept looking. They kept searching for that knowledge that they were looking for. Whether it was given to them or not, they would just keep looking for it until they found it, or perhaps even invented it. So for example, somebody like Luis Gonzalez, self-taught, just worked his way, grinded his way into getting an internship at Warner Brothers, led him to working on The Iron Giant with Brad Bird, and now he's worked on every single Brad Bird animated movie. What a resume. What an education. If you are not getting the proper education that you want, that you need, that you're really looking for, don't complain about it. Just keep searching for it, because that's what all these other artists do. Number three, consistently practicing and sharpening your tool set. This is also another thing that usually people don't do. Only the greatest, most successful artists really keep this up. Because a lot of times what happens is we only practice, we only try to sharpen our tool set until we can get jobs. Once we start getting the jobs, we just keep taking as many jobs as we can, not leaving much room to practice and to sharpen our already existing tool set. And what I found with all these amazing artists is that they absolutely keep practicing, keep sharpening their tool set. Like I was saying about Dice Tatsumi, Robert Kondo, they're Oscar nominees, filmmakers. They have worked at Pixar for so many years before going on their own. They do not necessarily need to practice and sharpen their tool set to get jobs, to do great paintings. But great paintings is not what they're after. They're after reaching their absolute potential, which means constantly practicing, constantly sharpening. Think of it like this. Can you keep drawing if you never sharpen your pencil? Well, that's almost like a metaphor for just art in life itself, right? We all have to put down the pencil sometimes and take our time to sharpen it back up so we can make some more kick-butt drawings. Number four, stay hungry. Be extremely motivated and passionate about what you do. This is another thing that really very few people have it, yet we can all do it. We can all keep being passionate about what we do. We can all strive to just be hungry and just be constantly working on our stuff. It's a choice that we all have. You can either sit on the couch or you can get up and you can keep drawing. A lot of artists that I've met, that's exactly what they do. They do not need to go and paint some painting. We're off in Florence, and yet Marcelo Vignali will bring his sketchbook. He'll start sketching people out. You know, that is no coincidence that he has been such a successful artist for so many years. You know, you gotta constantly stay hungry and be very passionate about what you do. Now, I do remember a period of time where I consciously wanted to be extremely passionate about what I do. And I could also remember a time where I was a little apprehensive. I was a little scared, I would say, to put my whole heart and soul into my goals of becoming a great artist. Just take that leap of faith. All of us do at some point. All the great ones do. It's not like art hits you over the head and all of a sudden you are absolutely engulfed and in love with art just automatically. No, it takes some hard work. So just like any relationship, you put in the work and you put in the effort to become passionate about your goal. And finally, a little bonus. Believe in yourself. Just about every artist, really successful artist, at some point they need to believe in themselves. If they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe that'll work, you know, then they're depending a lot more on luck. So it's not absolutely necessary. That's why I said that this is a bonus, but it doesn't hurt at all once you have bigger dreams, once you really believe in yourself, then that's when big things will happen. Why? Because logically it makes sense. If you're aiming for a big moose, then you might just actually find a big moose. If you're only aiming for little tiny fish, then that's exactly where you're gonna get. So search for the big dreams, aim for the big dreams. If you miss, most likely you're gonna be still quite satisfied with how far you've gotten. There's some really great short tips on how you can become a great artist. If you adopt these traits, I think you're on your way. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any other suggestions on any other videos you'd like to see in the future, definitely put them in the comments below. Otherwise, hey, if you're looking for great art knowledge, just check out schoolism.com. It's an absolute treasure trove of extremely high level knowledge by many of the industry's absolute best. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. How to put together your portfolio. Here are some tips that will make sure that we present our portfolios in the best way possible. So number one, the order of your portfolio is very important. It's just as important as the pieces that you put in. So